Alright guys, after I was done closing the side of my dress, this is beautiful outcome of it, as you can see, and I love it so much. So this is the outcome of the neckline, because the neckline is the main focus here. As you can see how beautiful it is. So I make my own to be more closed or covered because I wouldn't want my chest to be showing. So you can decide to add one button around the neck, around that neck, so that it can close. That's if you want it to close, as you can see. So guys, this is a home of fashion, as you all know all the time. Please, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video you can get notified. Alright guys, without wasting much of our time, let's dive into this tutorial. This is just 2 yards of this material. It's a chiffon material. So I have folded this material into 4 like this, as you can see. So, and then I use pin to hold them together. It's into 4. I use pin to hold them together because this fabric wobbles a lot, so I wouldn't want it to be shifting when I'm choking it. So now I'm starting from the neckline. From the front here, I mark 3 for the width of the neck. Then for the depth, I mark 3 first. So I'm just going to use my curve ruler to connect it, just like the way you see me doing it. So after this, I'll be coming down by 1 inch around this shoulder here to get my shoulder slope. So from here now, I'm going to measure from my shoulder line to my waistline. From my shoulder to my waist is 15.5 inch. So I make a mark there, then I still place my measurement tape like this to get my hip line. From my shoulder to my hip is 25 inches. So I just extend the line to make it visible. So the waistline and the hip line, they are all ready. So right now I'm going to come down from my shoulder line by 12 inch. So from that 12 inch, I'm going to take my round bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. My round bust is 40 divided by 4, that is 10, then plus 2 inches is allowance. Then I'll connect from that 12 that I mark downward down to the ease allowance that I add to my round bust. So right now I'm going to measure my round waist divided by 4 also, then plus 2 inches is allowance. Then my hip divided by 4, my round hip measurement divided by 4, then I'm adding 3 inches is allowance around this hip area. So I'm connecting these 3 dots together now, just like this. So around here I'm just going to curve it so that it won't look sharp. So from that hip line, I'm going to take it straight down. My hip measurement is what I'm going to take straight down to the hem line of the dress. Now that I'm done doing this, I'm just going to cut it out. Then we proceed with the neckline. Then for the back, I'm just coming down by 1 inch for the depth of the neckline for the back. So now that we're done cutting, I'm just going to take off my pins. So from the depth of the initial neckline, I'm coming down by 6 inches. That is for the neckline, so you just have to stay tuned and see how we're going to be getting this beautiful neckline. So that is the back piece. I'm just going to set that one aside first, then I'll open up the front piece and let's work with it. So for the mark that I made earlier, I'm going to make a straight line now. The fabric is very wobbly. I think it will be better if I use my hand instead of the ruler. It's not going straight with the ruler. So after the straight line that I made in the middle, I'm coming out by half inch by the side of the straight line. So I'm taking the same measurement at upper side, so I'm just going to connect these lines gently. To be better off with using my hand. So now that we've gotten these 3 lines, I'm going to slit the middle. I'm going to slit the middle line. So now that we've gotten it slitted, I'm going to cut a strap of 2 inches wide or 1.5, depending on how wide you want it to be. I think I'll make my own to be 1.5. Yes, 1.5. So then I've added a soft stay on it. So I'm just going to place it like this. That is from the second line, from the half inches that I measured. I'm placing this on it. Remember, this strap is 1.5 inches wide on fold. When you open, it's 3 inches, and it's longer. Our slit is 6 inches, but the strap is 8 inches longer, as you can see. So I just use my pin to pin it together. So I'll go ahead to my machine now. I'll gently stitch it down following the line that I marked earlier. So I'll go ahead now, I'll go and do that, and I'll come and show you the next thing to do. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm done stitching it down. So I'm just going to go ahead now and make a notch. Just watch to see how I'm making this notch. So I'm doing the same thing to this other side. So just need to be very careful when you're doing the notch so that you won't get it wrong. Now we're going to push it in like this, just like this, as you can see. So we'll push the notch area in to make it look very firm. All right. So just make sure you arrange it very well to get that firm look that you want. Sorry, this fabric is black, it's not showing well, but I'm going to try my best to make sure that you get it right. So alright guys, as you can see, that notch area that will push inside, do you see that? So we hold it like this, just going to make a stitch. So I'll take it to my machine to go and do that. Alright guys, I'm done doing that. As you can see, then you iron. As you can see, you iron to make it look firm and flat. So as you can see, this is it. So I'm just going to take out the excess. So this is it. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to join it with the back piece before we continue. It's very simple. Still need to take this out. So I place it like this, right side facing the right side. Then I'm going to join the shoulder. Then I'll fold the sleeve side. So I'll go ahead, I'll go and do that, then I'll come and show you the next thing to do. Alright guys, I'm done joining the shoulder now. So the next thing I'll be doing now, I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it together like this. You make sure it's equal so that you can get it right, so that you can get the length right. Hold it this way, it's going to look curved. I'll show you how you can measure it for you to get it right. So when you're measuring it, you're going to hold your measurement tape like this, standing. Then you take it. Just be gentle with it. So we got exact 9 inches. Then when you open diamond, it's going to be 18 inches. So where I'm cutting now, I'm going to be cutting 19 inches. I'll add half inches for seam allowance, or to be in a safer side, you can cut 20 inches, depend on how your work, how perfect you can make it at the end. So so I have 20 inches long of this strap now that we're going to use for the round neck, and it's 2 inches wide. You can make your own to be 1 inch, you can make your own to be 1.5, just depend on how you want it to look. So I came in by 1 inch. From there I'm going to make a curve just like this. So I'm going to make a notch at the middle. So now I'm going to hold one side of this collar. I'm going to press it down so that it can be easy for me when I want to fix it. So I'm starting from inside. I'm starting from the wrong side of this fabric, then that is from the back. This is how I'm going to be joining it to make it easy for me. Remember, I have pressed down one side. That side that I pressed down is what I'm going to use to close it at the right side later. So I hold it like this to notch the middle point of it from the back. Then I'm still going to notch the midpoint of this also of the collar. All right, so not the one that I use iron to fold, the flat one. I'm going to use the flat one I notch, as you can see. So I placed my notch area to the notch area of the center back of the neckline. All right, so I just use my pin to hold it. So I'll go ahead now, I'll gently join it to the front. I'll gently join it to the front like this. All right, then I'll close it from where it ends. Then I'll do the same thing to this side. When I turn it to the right, then I'll use this side to cover it up. All right, I'm sure you understand this now. If you're not getting it right, just let me know. I'll make a more clear tutorial on this, but I'm sure you get it right. So come and see what I'm trying to explain. As you can see, so this is the area. I've turned it to the right face now, so but I've not finally closed it. You see, this is the side that I pressed down with the iron. I'm just going to use my machine to stitch it down straight. Alright guys, this is it. As you can see how beautiful and perfect this neckline came out. This is just the simple logic to get this. You can decide to add one button here if you want it to close. If you don't want it to close, you leave it. So I'm just going to close the side now, show you the final look. Alright guys, as you can see it, this is it. I love this dress. So I just make a tiny rope to tie it around my waist, just to make it look more fancy. As you can see, this is so beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Please do me a favor by hitting the subscribe button, so that whenever I post a new video you can get notified. Select all please, and please like and share. Is very important so that it can get to more people. Thank you so much. Bye for now. See you in my next video.